Have you ever wondered if you can smell like $1,000,000 without absolutely breaking the bank? Some fragrance prices are getting out of control. This video is packed with 7 fragrances that smell way more expensive than they actually are. Get ready for some serious head turners without the price tag. Let's get into it. Guys, if this is your first time finding me, my name is Gerard. Today we are talking about fragrances, more specifically the 7 that I wore last week. So if that's content you want to see more of, be sure to like this video, subscribe, share, hit the hype button, all the good things. Let's not waste any time. Let's take a look at what I wore on Sunday. This thing is amazing, particularly for the price. The scent we are talking about is Rasasi Cosmat Rasana. Amazing scent. And this is just, you're shocked when you smell the quality of this and then just realize how much you actually paid. The first thing that jumps out to me is this dry, woody oud, but it's an easygoing oud. This is absolutely luxurious. It's smooth, it's spicy, it has a little bit of a citrus kick up top. It kind of checks all the boxes here, and it really is a versatile fragrance. But what I like most about it is how original this is. It doesn't smell like anything else in my collection. It has a rich depth and longevity to it without the price tag attached to it. That you cannot beat. One thing I will say, with that depth, with that richness that is here, it still is a lighter wearing fragrance. It still feels like you could get away with this in most situations. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you've heard me talk about this one. It is impossible not to. The scent we're talking about is Missoni Parfum Pour Homme. Amazing fragrance. This is the total package for me, and my bottle is roughly half gone. Beautiful magnetic cap, nice detailing there on the cap. So although I'm not the biggest on presentation, the scent is the most important thing to me. I am really blown away by the overall presentation here, particularly for what you pay for it. Right off the top, it is that addictive, peppery, slightly sweet, lavender, clean smelling, modern type of fragrance that any guy's gonna appreciate and get away with. But there's just something here that keeps me going back to it. It is addictive. Maybe the grapefruit, slightly tart, just the right amount of sweetness. This is a modern man. You're gonna smell fantastic. You're going to get compliments. It's going to remind you maybe of something like a Bleu de Chanel mixed with a little bit of Dior Sauvage. I've worn this and gotten so many compliments on it, and I do wear it quite often. So there are times where people will say to me, is that Dior Sauvage? Now, I think, if you're not in this hobby, anything that smells close to the profile I just described, people are going to think Dior Sauvage. I like this more than Sauvage. Definitely more than the EDT and the EDP. This is one of the best you can have. No doubt. It doesn't get enough love. I love it. Incredible scent, long lasting. You can't beat it. Missoni Parfum Pour Homme. This next one is one of my favorite vanilla fragrances. The scent, Zadig and Voltaire. This is really him. This is an EDT concentration, and guys, if you have not tried this yet, you are doing yourself a disservice. This is a hidden gem. It is absolutely amazing. I am not hyping this thing up. It is spicy. It has a rich creaminess to it. This is like if Parfums de Marly's Pegasus had a baby with Gucci Guilty Elixir. It is a combination of those two fragrances. The powdery, vanillic, almost metallic vibe from the Pegasus, and then the orange blossom, dry, woody elements of the Gucci Guilty Elixir. You cannot beat this. The price is absolutely incredible. It is shocking, if I'm being honest. Really good performer this last days on my clothes. I just love this fragrance. It's one that I want to reach for more often than not. It's one that I kind of smell even when I'm not wearing it. I'll go to it on my shelf, take a sniff, and just, it is super underrated in my opinion. Zadig and Voltaire. This is really him. Because I have a fragrance channel, I really want to get my nose on as many fragrances as I possibly can. I picked this one up and it had some hype behind it, and I had high expectations for it, and it met every single one of those expectations. The scent we are talking about is Lattafa Eternal Oud. The presentation, it might be a little bit too much for some people, but I don't know. There's something about it that I just think is super interesting. I really like this. It reminds me of a bonsai tree. Incredible fragrance. This is very close to a much more expensive MFK fragrance, Grand Soir, an amber fragrance. Spraying this in the air right now, I don't know. This is damn close, if I'm being honest. It is just amazing. You guys need to get your nose on this one. I think you'll appreciate it. Warm, resinous, rich. If you are a fan of amber, this is a must try. Lattafa Eternal Oud. I am going to have all these fragrances available in the description down below. If you decide to use my links, which I truly appreciate, I do get a small commission from this. None of these brands are paying me. These are all my own opinion. And that's that. The next scent, incredible value. Just checks every box. It's an original, a true original, smells like nothing else. The scent we are talking about is Issey Miyake Fusion Dissy Extreme. I know that a lot of you guys will agree with me on this of how absolutely incredible this fragrance is. It's special. It doesn't smell like anything else. It has coconut, solar notes in here. It smells like hot pavement in the summertime after a fresh rainstorm, and then just the perfect amount of aquatic sweetness. It doesn't overdo the saltiness, so you can, even if you're not the biggest fan of aquatic fragrances, I think you'll like this one. And again, I'm also such a fan of the coconut here. Coconut is so hard to get right. It really is. It can smell like suntan lotion, and although that's not the biggest turnoff for me, it can be difficult sometimes. I think not that it smells bad, but it does smell less like a high-end fragrance the closer it is to suntan lotion, right? Because you can go to any drugstore and grab a little thing of suntan lotion and go to the beach and not spend a ton of money. And that is what you're reminded of. And for here, though, it is more complex than that. It's a creamy, fleshy coconut. It smells authentic, and it just has this uplifting feeling to it. It's a little bit metallic, again, a little bit salty, aquatic. Everything just works so harmoniously together. If you guys don't know about Issey Miyake, they have some of the best valued fragrances money can buy. They might be at the top in terms of just high-end designer fragrances that you can find for fantastic prices. This is no exception to that. Really good performance on me. I know some people say performance for them is hit or miss. I don't get that. You can go a little bit of nosmic to it, a little nose blind, where you kind of lose it after like the first hour, 2 hours. But then as the day goes on, you pick it up, little wafts of it. It's nice sillage. I love it. Fusion Dissy Extreme from Issey Miyake. Guys, go check out my last Marshall's find. That is this fragrance. I did my first impressions over there. I will link that video down below. The scent we are talking about is Michael Malul and Jensen's West Loop. This impressed me. This actually is my favorite so far that I have tried from the Michael Malul Jensen's collaboration. I was a fan of South Slope. This is the better fragrance, in my opinion. I don't love the atomizer. I don't know if I have a busted atomizer or what. It's just, I like it to spray a little more this direction and less this direction. You guys know what I mean. Almond blossom, vanilla orchid, cinnamon. This thing just works. It actually reminds me a little bit of Robert Graham's Valor. And if you guys know that fragrance, there's elements of that fragrance in here. And I love that because that is one of my favorite fragrances. And it's also really hard to find for a good price these days. It used to pop up at Raxos for like $20 back in the day. I've heard all of the old war stories of people finding it there and, you know, and being able to get 2-3 bottles at a time. Nonetheless, I love the tobacco here as well. It has all these heavier, more rich elements in terms of note profile, but wears like a lighter fragrance. It's just, and the sillage, guys, I'm telling you, Jensen's did right by this. I will say, people might be turned off by an influencer's collaboration with a long-standing brand, but for me, I think they nailed it. I think they did a fantastic job. Now, this is an expensive fragrance. When you pay full retail for it, you're going to pay around $140. I think it might be a little cheaper on Michael Malul's website, or you can find it at the rack store. They are popping up, mainly TJ Maxx's and Marshall's. I found both of these at Marshall's for $30. Absolute steal. If you can find it for that price, grab it, because this is an all-arounder. You're going to be able to wear this out at night. I would still wear this to the office. Mainly, though, this is a night-out fragrance. You're going to get compliments. This does it all. Lasts a long time, great performance. I would pay $100 for this, easily. $140, that's pushing it a little bit. 100, maybe a little less, worth it. Michael Malul, Jensen's West Loop. Finally, guys, on Saturday, I reached for a newer addition to the collection. The more I smell it, the more I wear it, the more I want to reach for it. The scent we are talking about is Sunrise on the Red Sand Dunes Intense from Zara. This is amazing. This is a hidden gem. The best fragrance I've tried from Zara, personally, and the longest lasting fragrance that I've worn from Zara. So yeah, I don't know what people are I think people, I guess Zara kind of has a preconceived notion that they don't last. And other fragrances I've had from Zara have been decent performers. Look, I don't expect the world when I'm paying $40 for it. This was a slightly pricier than that. I think I paid like $45. Worth it. Worth every penny. This is going to smell like Louis Vuitton's Imagination. Is it a one-to-one clone? No. But that scent, I think, is grossly overpriced. It's an incredible fragrance. Anybody that smells that is going to tell you, yes, this smells fantastic. Is it worth $385 though? No, I don't think it is. I truly don't. Now, that doesn't make it a bad fragrance. I think it's incredible. The problem is that those fragrances just don't go on sale. I need to go back to Louis Vuitton and just test things and try things and really try to fall in love with a fragrance and figure out, is this worth it? Is this worth it? It's tough to justify that, guys. I'm sorry, for what smells like a pretty generic scent profile. And then by generic, I mean, not necessarily, that's not a bad thing. It's safe. I guess that's a better word for it. It is safe. It's not generic. Tea, citrus, woods, creamy musk. This just nails it. It truly does. This is going to get compliments one after the next. It is super addictive. It is one of those fragrances that when you put this on, you're going to want to keep smelling it on yourself. It's easygoing. It puts you in a great mood. I like this one. My wife, she doesn't love it. She just is not the biggest fan. One thing I will give credit to the Imagination is that Louis Vuitton has a DNA to all their fragrances that you just know it's a Louis Vuitton. So for that reason, I can see spending more for it. Just my personal tastes. It doesn't do enough, I guess, to justify. Does that mean I'll never own a bottle of it? No, it doesn't. But that's why I give my real opinions on here. I have to. I do own expensive fragrances that I think are worth it, that some others might not, because maybe they don't last very long or something. Nonetheless, I am in love with this scent. Sunrise on the Red Sand Dunes, Intense from Zara. That's it, guys. 7 fragrances that smell way more expensive than you can actually buy them for. Would love to know what your weekly rotation was. But in addition to that, drop down below a fragrance that is inexpensive, that you think smells far more expensive. We'll all appreciate it. I will check them out personally and let you guys know what I think. But as always, guys, if you like content like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you are updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video.